Hi there, welcome to another video. My name is Gamu and this is Africana. If you're an oldie but a goodie, thank you for coming back, and if you're a newbie, welcome to the family. Today's video is going to be about 5 mental shifts that have changed my life, and which I hope by sharing with you, you could also start to make some changes in your life. So hang around if you would like to find out more about that. So the first shift for me has been to focus on the things that I can control versus focusing on the things that I cannot. And I think a quote that puts this so beautifully is the Serenity quote, which, if you are not familiar with, says, "God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." I have found that this puts anxiety at bay. This helps you to have more peace in general because you're not worrying so much about things that you really don't have any control over. You just get to focus on doing your part and putting in the work, having a positive outlook, and then just letting everything else fall into place and not obsessing over stuff. At the end of the day, you get to choose how you experience life. For example, if you're worried about a bill that you haven't paid or something and you can't sleep at night because of it, losing sleep over it is not going to suddenly give you a solution in the morning. Rather focus on what you can do. Maybe try to find another form of income or try to take up extra shifts at your job. You know, there's certain things that you can try to control, things that are in your hands, and other things that are not. So don't stress over things that you have zero control over. The second shift for me was to just get to the realization that I am always exactly where I need to be. And I think just with social media, it's very easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to other people, of trying to fit into a timeline that society dictates. But really, every person is on their own path, and there is no predetermined order in which you're supposed to do things or by when you're supposed to do things. So just realize that for the path that you're on and for the purpose that God put you on earth for, you are exactly where you need to be all the time. I think what also comes to play with this point is the fact that everything happens for a reason. You wouldn't be the person that you are today without some of the experiences that you've had, including the unpleasant ones. It's good to adopt a bigger picture perspective and not focus so much on the little things, and try to look at everything with a holistic approach and try to see how everything fits together. We may not always understand, but you can be rest assured that everything happens for a reason and that you are always exactly where you're supposed to be. A third mental shift for me has been to consider every opportunity as a chance for me to grow and to learn. This has been a game changer for me. I never used to take on criticism very well. I always used to just be very self-critical and have very high expectations for myself and also for the people around me. But I am becoming more gracious towards others and also opening up myself to the chance to learn from other people and to learn from the different experiences I have, and also being able to just take risks and be okay with failure, because you're not really going to progress or succeed at anything without trying and failing and trying and failing, and you know, it's all just a part of life. So consider everything an opportunity for growth and have a growth mindset. More on that in this video. You can check it out. I'll link it in the cards. Another mental shift that has changed my life is to not take everything personally. And I'll admit, this is something I am still learning, and I do realize that a lot of times, maybe when I suddenly get into a bad mood or I feel bad about something or my thought patterns become negative, it's because I take a lot of things very personally. And you know, it's like, it's easier to just have a lighter heart and to just let things slide if it's not something serious, of course, and not just take everything personally, not take everything as an attack. To add on to this point, to forgive and really forget, because forgiveness is for you, not for the other person. Forgiveness sets you free and it makes your heart lighter, and no one can feel it when you're holding a grudge against them, but you certainly feel it every moment. So release all of that negativity and anger and just put yourself in a place where you're at peace with everybody. I think also to support this point is to allow fault in others. As I've mentioned earlier, just being able to show grace and allow people, to be human, to make mistakes as you do. And by so doing, you also just protect your energy and your space, because then you are not easily swayed, like your mood is not easily swayed, but by how other people are experiencing life on that day. So, you know, if you take everything so personally, if someone is in a bad mood, then you're bound to be in a bad mood if they snap at you or something. But to always kind of look at how people react to you as something that is more about something they're going through. So just don't take things personally and let things slide. Again, like I said, when it's something that is not too serious. Another mindset shift that has changed my life is to be authentically me all the time, because everyone else is already taken. And it sounds so silly, but again, because of social media and the society that we're living in, we're constantly being told what we should do, what we should wear, what you should study, where you should study, where you should live, how you should live, and all. There's just so much stuff, and everyone is trying to control your thought patterns in some way. And that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself, and to try to always be maybe trendy or with the in crowd or doing whatever trend is there right now. It's a very stressful way to live. It's better to just be authentic to who you are, be true to who you are, not harming any people in the process, of course, but not allowing yourself to be swayed by the wind and to just kind of let the world carry you in all different directions. Instead of trying to fit in, you should try to stand out, because you were fearfully and wonderfully made in a unique way, and you should celebrate that and not try to make yourself be like someone else. I think it's important to realize that you have something special and unique to offer to the world, and like-minded people will gravitate towards you. I think sometimes, a lot of times, when people try to fit in, it's so they can, you know, maintain friendships and maintain rapport with a certain group of people or whatever, and you're like scared to venture out into who you really are, or exploring your interests or hobbies or whatever, in fear of, well, I'm going to be lonely. But believe it or not, there are lots of people who think just like you, who like what you like, and you will make new friends or whatever it is that holds you back from being authentically yourself. So yeah, I really hope you are encouraged if you are struggling with that at the moment. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. If you enjoyed it, please do like, comment, and subscribe, and share it with a friend. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.